Welcome to our final of a four-part series on redefining data protection, where we will share our fourth and final new way to tackle traditional data protection challenges. My name is Graham Otten, and I am an Associate Director at CloudRise. For over the past 10 years, I've been providing data protection services to my clients, and I look forward to sharing some of those experiences with you today. Thus far, we have discussed how organizations can increase their visibility into critical data, adopt technologies to address both on-prem and cloud environments, and considerations for the remote workforce. In this session, we will be covering not enough talent or time, automate, where I will build on some of the automation use cases we shared in previous segments and talk about how you can change the game for your organization. Businesses are powered by data, and the exponential growth of that data increases cyber risk exposure. In 2021, an entire new family of data protection products is entering the marketplace, bringing new challenges and opportunities along with them. Why is that important? The more siloed tools there are, the more difficult it is for organizations to successfully manage these platforms and scale. We have watched our competition throw more and more people at the data protection challenge, so we asked ourselves, how can we do it different, and how can we do it better at CloudRise? We can automate. We are now automating manual, redundant processes so CloudRise and customer resources alike can spend their valuable time on more strategic initiatives. Whether your teams are spending too much time on manual reporting, have overcommitted and undertrained talent, struggle with effectively managing cases, or perform recurring tasks manually, automation could be a game changer. In this video, we will be discussing various challenges our customers have faced and how we utilize automation to solve these challenges. Our first use case looks at a global pharmaceutical supply chain provider that was spending too much time on manual reporting. This client was utilizing several cloud security platforms for data protection and preventing the potential exposure of sensitive data. Numerous reports were required from various stakeholders, each differing in both requirements and scope. The reports did not easily highlight the key risk indicators and key performance indicators required by leadership, nor the mitigation tasks for those associated risks. Additionally, the reporting process was extremely manual, frustrating both staff and leadership alike and taking away time from valuable tasks. Overall, the process was not time nor cost effective. Our solution to this challenge began with an initial data security process automation assessment in which we identified the specific business requirements for data security reporting, in addition to policy and event management procedures to identify targeted and measurable outcomes. The Netscope and email DLP platforms were then further optimized with advanced updates to rule sets and policies, setting the foundation for enriched alerts and reports. With the platforms fully optimized, we developed an automated workflow that took the event, incident, and platform data from their respective cloud security platforms, assessed and analyzed the data, and created custom dashboards that were automatically updated and disseminated to the proper stakeholders. This significantly reduced the level of effort previously required to develop these reports, in addition to ensuring the reports were directly aligned to stakeholder requirements. Our second use case looks at a healthcare plan provider that was struggling with ineffective reporting around incident management. This customer had multiple teams supporting their incident management process, including network, infrastructure, InfoSec, GRC, global SOC, and data management teams. This disparate teams did not promote technology alignment and in turn relied on Netscope, Snowflake data warehouses, and Tableau analytics technology platforms for reporting on security incidents. This was a tedious process that had been resulting in reporting that lacked the critical information required by the various stakeholder teams. To address this challenge, we first integrated Netscope with Snowflake and then Snowflake with Tableau. Now, incident data from Netscope is automatically transferred into Snowflake Data Warehouse And then that incident data is further analyzed by Tableau and turned into meaningful reports. Tableau was then further utilized to create custom reporting dashboards for each individual stakeholder team with various reporting formats and delivery schedules. Our third use case profiles a global cosmetics company that was struggling with a recurring process that required them to identify media files with expired licensing and either remove or restrict access to those files. Traditionally, this was a fully manual and time-consuming process, requiring company resources to search data stores and validate media file licensing expiration dates. Our solution involved utilizing Netscope to conduct scans of the organization's data stores to detect expired media based on EDM source files. We automated the export of the source file containing media file licensing data into a readable format by Netscope, then automated the indexing of that source file within Netscope, then finally utilized Netscope DLP scan capabilities to scan the organization's data stores for an exact match on the files containing expired licensing. From there, the file was either automatically moved and a tombstone left, or the file's permissions were restricted. Both instances also left an event in Netscope, which kicked off a defined review and investigation process to remediate the event and address the expired file. This is a common use case that has a multitude of uses, specifically when considering other means of information egress, such as external sharing or local downloads. Our fourth use case expands on that same global cosmetics company, but further integrates their data classification tool into the automated process. In this use case, the organization's data classification tool was used to create a metadata tag containing the license expiration data, and then applying that metadata tag to the media file. Like the previous use case, a source file containing the metadata tags was then integrated with Netscope, and an EDM-based policy was utilized to detect files containing expired media licenses. Files with expired media licenses were then removed or restricted and further integrated with the organization's remediation process. Our final use case profiles a global entertainment provider seeking to prevent the unauthorized disclosure of confidential media files and enforce their requirements for using, storing, or sharing sensitive information. The primary focus was integrating their data classification tool with their cloud security platform for enhanced detection capabilities. Once a data classification schema was in place and the tool fully enabled, Netscope would reference the metadata tags contained in the file for enforcement. Multiple enforcement options were developed based on the sensitivity of the file, with the user's actions either being blocked, alerted, or passive monitoring in place without end user knowledge. The event data was further integrated with the organization's incident management and reporting procedures for further review and remediation. So where are these customers now? We are actively managing their data protection programs and are in the process of building out more security process automation. Automation is necessary to provision services and harness value from these disparate tools. With CloudRise security process automation, we can integrate these new tools together and help organizations achieve greater ROI, enabling them to scale their data protection effectiveness to a higher level. I want to thank you all for tuning into our video today on the 4 new ways to tackle traditional data protection problems. For additional information on these use cases, automation opportunities, and CloudRise, please do not hesitate to reach out. Thank you.